So we have a new approach to legislation in this country with regard to fire safety. We now have the Fire Safety Act 2021. It's the first major change in fire safety legislation for around about 15-16 years. There were a number of inconsistencies in that original legislation which meant that we weren't entirely sure who was responsible for certain parts of buildings. And post-Grenfell this has become critical. So those parts of buildings where fire risk assessments were taking place but things weren't being taken into account would be things like external wall cladding systems, balconies and other common parts. And so the new legislation has managed to nail that down, so we now fully understand who is responsible for the property, the remedials, but also the assessment process.
From my point of view, what we look at is how do we work with those known situations with the landlords to ensure that they are being as safe as they possibly can. A recent example of that was installing temporary fire alarms, and what we've been able to do is move areas of considerable risk where blocks had waking watch provision to a much more systematic approach, which means that the residents are safer. It is an area of extreme importance to residents that they feel safe, but that doesn't mean that these housing associations have infinite budget. So it's important that we make sure that they can direct their budget where it's needed, and we feel that with these temporary fire alarm projects ongoing, we can save our landlords and our clients sometimes hundreds of thousands of pounds that they can redirect where it probably is more valuably spent in dealing with the cladding itself.
So at Clear Safety we put things in place for clients to give them that visibility, and that's what our system tries to get to. Both making sure that the maintenance remedials have happened and then tracking the finance of those remedials and maintenance jobs as well.